This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of the 2006 Star Destroyer. And this is a massive set, really cool. And I actually traded in, I think, like the 2014 one for this one, because I thought this was such a cooler set, and you get such better figures. But I think the figures we first have Vader. There's no backprinting on any of these guys since it's 2006. Well, no major backprinting. There's some on the Stormtroopers. But on this Vader, here's the old face. And I'm not going to be showing the back printing of him because I don't want to mess with the cape. We have a lot of figures to go through. I'm only going to look at one of the Stormtroopers. There's the back printing. There's the really old blaster. And there's the black head. We then have this little droid. I think it's R2-Q5. But not 100% on that. This is based on the old droid design. And yeah, it's a nice droid. Pretty simple, but effective. Droid design hasn't changed at all. Just better printing. When we look at him, we have a officer, and funny thing is, didn't notice it immediately, but when I first got this, the officers and Tarkin's bodies were swapped. Once I started looking at them more closely, I was like, wait a second, these are the wrong ranks. But looking at his front and back, he just has a simple smiley face. And have one of the Royal Guards, another figure that hasn't changed extremely. I have the pike in this hand for this one, and the other one in the other hand. It just has a black head. It's a pretty simple one. Second to last figure is Tarkin. And don't think he has a double-sided head. And I'm not even gonna try and get it up because it's a pretty loose connection. But yeah, Tarkin's pretty good. And finally we have the mouse droid. Yeah, that's a cool mouse droid to have. But they come in about many Imperial sets, and their design hasn't changed extremely over the years. I think it's the exact same build, actually. The only one that's different is inside of the set, Vader's Castle. Looking up, we're going to take a look at the back side of the Star Destroyer first. Or we'll look at this side. It is some turrets, and then these pieces are supposed to be missiles that you just kind of load in here. You push this and it launches them out, but it's way too messy. I don't want to lose any of them, so I'm not going to do that. Moving it to the back side, I do have to support it up. You can look at this and that. You do have this that you can pop down, so you can see inside of the bridge, and simply place Tarkin in here. You can't put the other officer, but I keep him in the lower levels. And yeah, pretty sure I showed the engines, but they are detailed. Then this side is the exact same, and extremely carefully we're going to take a look at the bottom of this. And by that I mean, you just look at the bottom, it's not tilting anymore, so this doesn't break. And here's a look at the top. Sorry for the glare, I have to have a light on. It's really cloudy out today, so daylight's not going to work. But moving this way, you can also keep hitting that stuff. Look at the back, and if you push this little red lever and pull up, you'll be able to remove the top layer so you can access the interior. Maybe a little better look at the interior here. You can see Tarkin, the inside of that, and just fold it back in. I am going to move this after we take a look at the bridge design, which is pretty simple, behind me, because you do not want to play any risky games with this set. Like with most old Lego sets, it's really fragile. And well, just doing this makes the set a lot lighter. So you are able to fold these down. And I just have to snap this back on. And I'll work on putting these guys back in just so it's not pushed off to the side. I have each of these standing guard over here by the escape pod. I'll put them back a little. Actually, I keep them right here. Trying to figure out where I had them a minute ago. And he goes over here. Sorry, this is a little annoying to do. We just take our droid, put him over here. Or we'll wait to put the officer and stormtroopers in. But if we take a look, if you fold this up and this, there's an escape pod, which if you push this, the enough force, it'll be able to go out as long as you angle it the right way. Can't do it while it's closed, but, well, you can, you just have to shake it around a lot. If you open it up, you see there's this Imperial officer from Rebels in there. Closing that back off, taking just a quick look around. You have a nice design there. And it's pretty secure. You can see the panels over here. And over here we have a cool hologram of Palpatine. I do not have a full old school Palpatine figure, but this is what he looks like in the hologram. And as you can see, this piece doesn't remove perfectly. So you put that on there. Carefully moving this way. There's a weapons rack here, which has two longer blaster rifles for the stormtroopers. And as I said, you have to do it carefully, because if you don't, this pops off. But if you also want to, you can just flip it to the side. And this piece is a little loose. And that's fixed. I don't think this Palpatine piece is fully reattached. There it is. And I am going to close these up just so I can flip it around. We'll take a look at the back side quickly. That's not good, it's just popped off. And here you can see there are these panels, but also this area for Vader to kind of kneel in front of Palpatine's hologram. Opening this guy back on. And we'll close again. And once again, turn this. Placing this here. We unfold this and this. And I'll put the stormtroopers back in because it's not going to hurt. And there's their shirt off. Where do they go? I just put them over there. And there. Look at standing guard. And this guy is analyzing stuff here. But we have the first ever Vader's meditation chamber, which I may be getting soon. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. And there's this and this mechanism to sort of pick up his helmet, but it's not perfect. With this, you place his helmet on here, and I'm not even gonna attempt to do this because it's not a great mechanism, but you would grab it, move it here and then put it on Vader's head when he's sitting there. And just popping the lightsaber off, you place that here and lifting up his arms, moving on his legs, you seat him in here, and you just simply close up the meditation chamber. So he is able to, breathe and have some and eat and stuff. But yeah, that's really it with this set. This is a very nice set. It's probably a little pricey if you buy it with in the box, but I bought this separately. That was a lot cheaper, but I also used old Star Destroyer to trade in for most of the value, so I didn't pay too much for this. Well, then I'll try to trade in a newer Star Destroyer to get this older one. But yeah, as you can see, this is an amazing set. If you have the ability to get this, I would definitely recommend too. And just sliding this back on. It's a little off. There we go. Takes a minute if you're not right on top of it to kind of line it back up. Yeah, this is a very nice set. Definitely recommend if you have the ability to get this to get it. It's probably the coolest Star Destroyers you could get. And yeah, that's not gonna work. But let's see if there's anything else. I'll try maybe a lightsaber to see if I can get this to work. This is Luke's, and it would kind of be intended to fit in here. And you just push this forward, and it's supposed to shoot out. It's not a perfect mechanism either. This is 2006, so yeah, that's kind of it. This is a very cool set. Definitely, as I said, I'd recommend getting it. I do hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.